Melissa Malcom here. Today I want to tell you a story about a business owner who made a mistake that is very common. That is not giving someone a reason that they're fired when you fire them. I'm hoping that by telling you this story, you can learn from this business owner's mistake and not have this same problem in your own business. Now, of course, I've changed the details of this, but the story is about Ramilla. Ramilla is a smart businesswoman, and she is building a very successful IT services company in this community. She goes out to businesses and provides IT tech support as needed. So obviously, Ramilla is going to need some customer service people who understand the needs of these business customers to dispatch the IT experts out to the businesses. Ramilla, churchgoer, Ramilla's pastor suggested to her that she hire Claudia to run the office as her business picked up. Claudia had had a great career, gotten married, stopped working to raise her kids, and now she's going through a divorce. So the pastor really thought that Claudia and Ramilla would be a good fit. Claudia started, and it just wasn't going well. Claudia was slow, she talked about her divorce a lot, and Claudia had some difficulties really understanding the needs of the customer and made poor judgment calls in figuring out how to use the resources of the company. Ramilla thought she had trained her well, and anytime Ramilla would go off to handle business, to build the business, she would come back and Claudia would have made a mistake she just couldn't have imagined anybody making. So, obviously, Ramilla ended up having to terminate Claudia's employment. So, Ramilla, again, maybe based on the situation, the personal situation that Claudia was in, and having not really known how to tell Claudia, look, you just don't have what it takes. This particular example, this particular mistake is not going to work here. I need you to handle that situation this way instead of how you handled it. So those conversations, Ramilla had tried, Claudia hadn't quite understood, and so Ramilla just ended up not having those tough conversations along the way. So when she brought Claudia in to terminate her, Claudia was upset, and Ramilla said, it's just not working out. And Claudia kept asking why, and Ramilla kept telling her, it's just not working out, and Claudia left. Well, this is what makes it hard. In addition to all of those issues, I find out when Ramilla comes to me that Claudia also has kidney disease. And one of the things that Ramilla, as a caring business owner, did was check in on Claudia and how is this going and how are your doctor's appointments and are you finding a way to get better and be healthy, just because she cared. So after this happened, Claudia, not knowing the reason why she's fired, decides Ramilla must have done it because of my kidney disease, because she knew I'm going to need dialysis, because she knew I was going to be missing a lot of work. And that can have all sorts of ramifications on your business. Is it what Ramilla had in her head? Absolutely not. But is it what Claudia substitutes for not being told a reason in that firing meeting? Absolutely. So the way this particular situation I'm taking it from occurred, Claudia ends up writing a nasty letter to all of Ramilla's investors, all of her silent business partners that were supporting her in the community, bringing up all sorts of issues that were relevant and totally irrelevant to the situation. And Ramilla had to bring me in to investigate when someone accuses you of these side issues and breaching their confidentiality and discrimination, really. In this case, I was fired because of my disability. You have to take that seriously, and you need a good investigation to defend you in the future from anything that Claudia might bring. Legally, or any future allegations by other employees that you have similarly discriminated against them. And obviously, Ramilla wanted to prove her good intentions, her business-minded intentions to her business partners, and just nip this in the bud. So because Ramilla couldn't bring herself to tell Claudia all or part of these difficult things in the termination conversation, she ended up spending money on me as a lawyer. So my advice to you is, when you're having these termination conversations, force yourself to just give a reason. In this particular case, she could have taken the most recent example of Claudia having poor judgment to where Ramilla knew, I absolutely cannot leave her running this office alone at any time. I can't run my business that way. And just give Claudia, okay, I'm letting you go today, and it's because of the mistake that you made with this particular customer situation, and there have been too many examples like that, and we're parting ways today. Thank you for your service. Goodbye. Claudia might ask questions, might argue, and I would encourage you to always be compassionate and be respectful and just be clear and to the point. Getting called in can be difficult. The employee likely senses what's going on, and just quickly, I'm letting you go today. Here's a reason why, and we're parting ways. By filling in that gap, just by giving a reason, you're taking away the employee's ability to imagine whatever illegal, immoral reason that they want to put behind the termination that's going to make you look bad. And by having that more difficult conversation, you're preventing the things that can go wrong if you don't do it. So I know difficult conversations are by nature difficult. That's why we don't have them. But I encourage you to have them early and often, because your employees really will respond. So until next time, believe in yourself, believe in your business plan, believe in what you need from your employees. Lead, tell them what you need, tell them they're doing a good job, and succeed. Just hit it every day. Thank you.